I am the wife of a politician who is in the opposition. While the entire country is under the magnetism of the orange banner, we are in the opposition in a quaint little town of Haflong. We exist firmly. My husband Daniel decided to run for the Autonomous Council election from Haflong constituency for the first time in 2019. The news had created a low rumble in my stomach because I come from a family where both my parents were government employees and I had never seen politics up so close. I had just returned home after spending 12 years in Delhi, figuring my life and living simultaneously. Many people started to advise me to behave a certain way, dress a certain way, smile more at everyone. I was advised not to make anyone angry and give them whatever they wanted during the campaigning period. You don't want to displease your prospective voters, do you? There was also a complaint that my mother caught wind of, that I was not available in the house, taking care of the kitchen while my husband was out campaigning. I, being the wife, had to stay home and keep cooking for our tired volunteers and entertain everyone who had come home. I had no business to be out there. But thankfully, Daniel thought otherwise. He wanted me to be with him in all the meetings, and he also had asked me to fill in for him in places he could not go. We did good. We worked hard. People believed in him. With abundance of love and support, he won from Haflong. People voted for change. After our groundbreaking win, we had to go through two more elections, parliamentary general election and the state assembly election. In both these elections, our party lost with heavy margins. It felt like defeat was singing to us quietly. I personally am not very devastated at the winds of destiny, but mostly think of all our voters who had voted for us, people who associated change with us, people who wished for running water in the village or a community that just needed a pavement to make their lives a little easier. These thoughts are numbing. There are things we cannot do while in opposition, but there are things we can do. We can keep pressurizing the ruling government to be just and work without corruption, to operate better without being vindictive. As much as I claim that defeat does not devastate me, but still it does affect me. Trust me, it feels like a massacre of dreams sometimes. It makes me question myself with a twinge of abandonment mixed with bitterness. I begin to lose hope in people who went to school with me, people who taught me in school, are the ones who invest time in the ruling because it is easier to go with the victorious. No one ever taught me that losing an election was not the end of the world. No textbook ever taught me how to deal with loss. Losing was not an option. Books and teachers were all about how to be successful. Nothing will outrun this awful feeling of big agonizing defeats, but these defeats will only make us less complacent. This defeat came during the peak of COVID. We were bound to stay home and maintain social distancing. We could not meet up with our supporters and share our presence. As I write this, I recall one sweet gesture of our supporters who had phoned us crying over our crushing defeat. She said that everyone had worked so hard only to experience another defeat. She assured that we would win the next time for sure. I did not need to give her an inspirational nor a feel-good talk. She understood. As days passed, I still talk to her over the phone, and she is very occupied in her family's farm. She says she has hardly any time to think about politics. That's one good thing that has happened. We all, in some way or the other, have gone back to the basics, trying to understand our own shortfalls as individuals. Daniel and I have become more regular with our fitness workouts. We strive for healthier living. At least we try every day. We have energized ourselves and we blame no one for this voluminous loss. We have to emerge stronger, and no one will give us insightful lessons on defeat. We will have to figure it out on our own. We have to keep moving forward. I am thankful for all the rewarding connect with our voters. Thank you everyone who have shared your greatest fears and challenges with us. We keep fighting together.